Hey, we're live. What's going on, guys? Is the chat disabled? I'm not getting any chats. Let me see. Type something if you guys can type something. I want to make sure the chats are as. There we go. There we go. All right, chat's working, guys. Awesome. I got my setup, guys. I got everything going. My mic, my overhead camera, my iPhone camera. I have it positioned a little differently on this setup, like it's right in front of me this time. I set it to the side because the table I have, the new table I got, is like extra wide. I wanted to get a good layout for you guys to see like all my cards and the grading process. I'm essentially what I'm doing is another PSA order. Okay, I'm trying to do once a month. PSA really threw a wrench in my plan when they just increased the prices. However, I'm going to go over that a little bit on as far as the prices. Some guys think it's a big deal, and I really don't think it's a big deal. It just it was expected, honestly. I mean, PSA, for their longest time, their prices were comparable to SGC and BGS, and everybody arguably knows that PSA is the number one. So, you know, if you're number one, you're going to want to increase your prices. And also, I think what it's going to do is it's going to increase the turnaround times, okay? So I'm not going to be submitting just random cards, doing experiments anymore. I'm going to be more strategic, and I'm going to be looking at the quarterly specials. So I'll show you guys what I'm talking about when I talk about the quarterly specials. I have the chats up on right here so I can kind of see, pay attention to what people are saying. Steve Molina, what's going on? Alex Tamez, it's working good. Central Valley Cards, what's going on, guys? It's nice to be doing a live chat again, comfortably and not stressing about stuff, you know, like moving in, and getting all that stuff squared away. So I'm at the PSA website, and here we go, right here, grading prices. Now this $10, that's if you're a PSA member. If you start a submission, the minimum is going to be $50. So a lot of stuff has changed on PSA's grading. I need to do an updated video on how to submit because it's pretty different. It's different from doing it, you know, a year ago. But $50 a card, guys, that to me that is way too much. My cards that I'm buying for PSA submissions, man, they're not even worth $50. So why would I submit them? But that's max declared value of $999. So what I'm going to do is if you want to look at the cheaper prices for the bulk submissions, go to the bottom, click quarterly specials, and it's going to pop up the quarterly specials. So they're having a special $8.50 per card for the T206s, which is pretty cheap, I think. Max declared value is $500. So that's a big bonus, guys. It used to be $99 for the max declared value, but PSA's changed it. I think for the better on that, on a bunch of the stuff. For the football, $10 per card for years 72 to 89. Max declared value is $500. There's not going to be many football cards in that date range that's going to be valued at $500. But you can submit $10 per card with the $20 minimum, or 20 card minimum. And then Magic the Gathering is only $9 per card. Pre-war score and some other stuff down here, autographs and wrestling stuff. But so if you have some football stuff, some junk wax era football, this is a great time to submit this quarter. Or Magic the Gathering is $9 per card. But I like to scroll down, visit the value pricing page, and that's going to tell you the prices after you're a member. So it's $10 per card for 71 and earlier, or modern cards 1972 to 2016, and that's the price or the dates I'm focusing on right now, 72 to 2016. So rookie cards, 2016 and earlier. There are plenty of rookie cards that, like Ben Simmons. A lot of you guys know that I jumped on the Ben Simmons kind of rookie card hype early into the playoffs. He got injured. His values, however, have not dropped. But this would be a great time for the 2016 and below rookie cards. So that's what I got. I got a bunch of 90s basketball stuff, obviously, and some baseball. And then I just wanted to show you guys what's going on with the pricing and how to maneuver around the website. Because if you go down If you go to submit now, it's very off-putting. So let's say I'm a new guy and I'm getting into PSA or graded cards. I go to the website. I go through the motions. This is the prices that that they're giving newcomers. $50. That's the minimum, and then Express 75, 200. So if you're new to the hobby and you don't really know what you're doing, and you come here, there's no way you're going to be like, yeah, okay, I'll submit a Kevin Garnett rookie card for $50. No, you got to go through the quarterly specials and become a PSA member. And if you want to do that, just go here, Collectors Club membership. And they no longer, this is surprising to me, they no longer do the gold or the platinum. So you don't get the 15 or the 6 grading vouchers, which I'm not sure why they did that. But if you want to join, you have to click this right here, join the silver membership, and then it's going to give you the option to join for $60 a year, which I think they're going to change that. I need to renew my membership. Actually, I need to do that today. But I'm going to show you guys what cards I'm going to submit. So $60, and then it gives you the access to the quarterly grading specials. Pretty cool, I think. All right. So please, PSA, do not change that price. I think $60 is a good, fair value for having access to those bulk options. All right. So let's jump into what cards that I've had sitting around and waiting, and for the next PSA submission. Let's see where we at. That's not working. Hold on, I got to update my iPhone with camera. Yeah, it's not working. Son of a bitch. All right. Let me, there we go. Right click, update my dang camera, because I unplugged it. And now it's not pulling up the OBS. There we go. Is that better? Yep, there we go. All right, guys, get the keyboard out of the way. I got some hockey. This OPG hockey. I'm still looking at grading and submitting, but old Wayne Gretzky stuff. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the hockey yet. This submission, it's going to be mainly basketball. Getting the Kings worked out. Oh, there's my my office, my shelves back there, guys. If you want to see the shelves, $35 a piece for those shelves at Lowe's. Very easy to hang up, and I'm able to store so many more cards up there. So I'm still, getting the office squared away. This office is temporary. I'm actually going to be moving up into the attic once I finish it, which it has electricity and a floor. I just need to put drywall up and insulation up. But it's a huge attic with a staircase. That's going to be my studio / man cave. All right, guys. Get squared away. Back to the comments. Just sent in 45 cards for $12 a pop. Yeah, that's not bad. That's kind of what I'm doing. I mean, $12 per card, as long as you submit. So my theory is, as long as you submit, let's see. So so this is the first year Topps Jordan. I've been looking more and more into the very first Topps Jordan cards, which is 1992. It's probably going to be a mint 9. And what I'm doing is, so I'm out of card savers, and I don't really feel like buying more. So I'm taking a top loader. I'm putting the card in the top loader, and then I'm taking these graded card sleeves that I buy, or you can use team bags. So these fit the PSA cases perfectly, guys. If you didn't know already, and I got these for dirt cheap, like on eBay. It's the I'm not sure. They're kind of tricky to find, but the dealer sent me like 100 free packs, and they fit the PSA case like perfectly. And this is what I use on all my PSA cards. See how tight that is? It's not like the BGS sleeve where it has excess and it's like it fits it. This only fits PSA cases. So this is the brand you want to get, guys, if you didn't know already. Yep, PSA size right there. I get them on Amazon and YouTube or eBay. So what I do is I'll take the card, put it in the top loader and a penny sleeve, and then I'll put it in one of those sleeves. And that's how I'm going to submit it to PSA, because you don't have to worry about it falling out, because there's like sticky stuff on the back. You don't have to worry about the card. It's super protected. No dirt and grime is going to get in there, and you can mix them too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix them with the card saver cards. Okay, so I got some card saver cards, and I've got top loaders, and I'm going to have like a mixture of both, because I just don't feel like waiting on buying more card savers or competing. Because they used to be dirt cheap. Now they've gone up significantly in price. I'm not sure what's going on with the card saver ones. Or I'm even thinking about using the card saver 2s, which they're smaller, but you can still use them. Let's see if I have one available. I don't have any available. Let's just pull all these cards over, guys. I got a bunch of cards I need to look at and consider on whether or not I'm going to submit them or not. All right. Kevin Garnett, I've been looking at more and more. I think that he's going to be a good, he's like what, top 5 power forwards of all time on a lot of lists, a lot of like ESPN, Bleacher Report, NBA.com. I think Kevin Garnett is top 5 of all time. So I've been looking more and more at him. I already got a bunch of his stuff at PSA right now. I found this LeBron James Flair Tradition second year card. It's the blue parallel. I'm going to go ahead and submit this one as well. These, I'm not worried about taking it out and grading it, because I bought a bunch of them, and I know that they're pretty hard to damage. So if that's the case on cards, I don't even bother looking at it. Okay. That's the case for most of these cards. When I look at them, for instance, the Fleer, where are we at? The Kevin Garnett Fleer cards, rookie cards, 95. Here we go. So I've been sitting on these, waiting, and they've gone up. But I bought a bunch of them for like $2 to $3 a while ago. And I'm not sure if you guys are gonna be able to see this or not. But, so these are the ones I'm not submitting. And if you look at it, there's obvious signs. So any kind of whitening down there on the corners, or bend in the corners, it's not worth it to submit, especially after PSA's prices are going up, $12 per card. I know this is probably going to be an 8, okay? If it has multiple soft corners on the front and the back, I would just rather hold on to this and see if Kevin Garnett cards continue to go up, and if they're more valuable in PSA 8 cases. However, I did find, and I think I got a Gem Mint 10 in this one, and in here. And what I did was I put that one all the way in the bottom or the back. So this one is super sharp, this card. It's going to be hard to see in the photo or the camera, but I pulled it out and I looked at it, and I'm banking on this one going to be a Gem Mint 10, because it is. Now there's a little tiny white spot down there, but guys, I've seen PSA be lenient with these years, because it's damn near impossible to find a card without some kind of very minor flaw, and PSA knows that. They grade different cards, different years, different sets, differently. I cannot speak today. Differently. Okay, so the newer stuff, they're not going to be as lenient on, because they're manufactured with new technology. And so especially at the corners, if there's any whitening on the new cards, there's there's no chance of it being a PSA 10. I don't think. But with the older stuff, I think they're more lenient, simply because of the age and the technology. Like this card is all foil. It's like full foil front. So very rare. Just like the power in the key, guys. Like if you look at the PSA 10 power in the key, it's not going to be like flawless. There's going to be, like, this is probably going to be an 8. I'm thinking about cementing it just because it's a power in the key. Akeem, and these are very tough to grade. But PSA, they're more lenient on these kinds of sets because even when you pull them fresh out of the pack, they're still like flaky. They're flaky edges and not necessarily soft corners, but the printing, the ink on the back is easily chipped. So this could be very well be a 9. I've seen some 9s with, like, I don't know, maybe not. That's pretty bad right there. That's pretty bad. But if you guys look at the grades, the PSA examples, you know, very rare are they going to find perfect examples. So you got to keep that in mind when you're looking at cards to grade. Don't disregard them because they look, there's a little minor issue, okay? Like this power in the key. I'm thinking, I mean, worst case is going to be a 9, but this is a 90 from 1994. It's a very tough year. Coming straight out of the pack, you know, I think this is a really good looking card. Number one, you know, it's a power in the key, second year power in the key. Number two, it's from a Fleer Ultra set during the years when they were very susceptible to damage straight out of the pack. Like, so I'm digging these sets more and more. And these right here, guys. You saw my other video. I think I got 1 or 2 of these. The Jam City, and these were not inserted in the retail or hobby. The Jam City, correct me if I'm wrong, they were inserted in the the jumbo boxes. So they're more rare than you think. And there's other players in the Jam City set as well. But if you look online, man, these are tough to find without any whitening. And I got lucky. I bought 2 of these recently. $20 I paid for both of them. The guy was selling them. And I just went ahead and bought it now because the centering looks good and the corners look very sharp. These guys, I think these are going to be two Gem Mint 10s right here. Okay. So I'm excited about those. And this one, I pulled this Jordan. I'm okay if it comes back a 9. Look at that. See the full bleed, no borders. When there's no whitening or chipping, very little. Like there might be a little bit right there, but this could still very well be a 9. The only thing I'm concerned about this is when I opened it, you can see that white stuff. The paint came off because the cards were sticking. They were bricking together, like essentially over the years. I should have put them in the refrigerator, or I should have had a heat gun out or blow dryer out to loosen up the wax, I guess. But I didn't. I'm still okay if this is a PSA 9 because I pulled the card myself, and it's an early Jordan insert, 93, 94, famous nicknames. I think 1 maybe per box. Maybe no, there's more than that, but it was hard to pull a Jordan. I got 1, so that's another one. And these guys, these 1993 Panini stickers. I just sold a PSA 9 that I submitted. I got back one of my older submissions. I sold a PSA 9. I had it listed for like $200. Someone made me an offer of $150, and I said, yeah, sure, you can have it. PSA 9. What'd I do? I went and got the other ones that I bought. 1993 Panini Ken Griffey Jr. stickers. Okay. I think these are all going to be 9s. You know, they're awesome cards. They're some people label them as glitter, but not many people know that these are out there, and I think they're really cool. Panini sticker cards. Ken Griffey Jr. is in the set. No Barry Bonds. I think there's Cal Ripken Jr. I'm not sure. And then there's 92 as well. The 92 sticker, which is a little bit smaller. So there's more 93 and 92. So I think those are Panini stickers. If you guys check those out, there's all kinds of options out there for the early years. And Derek Jeter 1995 Topps Finest. Been holding on to those. I've had these for a while. The star date. I think these are awesome. Allen Iverson and Kobe Bryant. Guys, I paid under $10 a piece for these a long time ago. I'm hoping I get a 9 on them. Obviously, they're tough to grade because they're die cuts in their early years. They weren't really considered to be valuable, until recently. But the design, this is from the 98 EX, 2000, yeah, it's 2001 EX. It's some weird parallel, I forget. But you can't get them for that cheap anymore. But I think I got 2 good players, Allen Iverson and the Kobe. I think the best players in the set. Those are submitted. I'm going to submit those together. And what I do is, and I get asked this a lot. How do you organize your submission to PSA? Because PSA, they kind of want an organized submission. They don't want cards being all jumbled and scrambled. So let's see, how do I do this? There's my power in the key. Oh, we got some Pete Rose, Topps Tiffany, some Barry Bonds. What I do is, obviously you want to put the same set together. So all my Topps Gold and the duplicates right next to each other. I got a bunch of LeBron, some Panini Select. That's 2014, so that's going to be considered, I can submit it under that category. So that's a Michael Jordan Beam Team Gold. Hoping that's probably a PSA 9. Hoping that Larry Bird gets a 10. The other one I sent in got a 9. I'm not going to submit that Scottie Pippen. I'm not sure how I got in there. So do all the similar cards together. Put all the duplicates together. So you want to put these 2 Shaqs together. The 2 Shaq 1992 Topps. Just regular issue Topps. I'm hoping for 8s on those. I was never expecting to be submitting those when I bought them for dirt cheap. But $8, or not $8. PSA 8 would be, I'm okay with. Okay. So let's do, all the Topps Gold. Just like that. And then the Topps. And then let's say you have foil cards like these 2 Jordan and the Shaq foil cards I got. I'm gonna go ahead and put those with the Fleer Metal Kevin Garnett rookie cards, okay? And then the Power in the Key Akeem. So I'll put those together. And this Shaq, I looked at it. It's looking like it could be a Gem Mint 10, and that's why I'm submitting it. It's the Nuts and Bolts subset. I bought a bunch of these, guys, a bunch. And sometimes that's what you got to do in order to get a potential PSA candidate. Buy dirt cheap. And if the seller doesn't have them listed, then it's a gamble. You're taking a gamble. Like, I can't tell you how many Fleer Metal Shaq cards I have. 97 Fleer Metal. And I have 2 in here I'm actually going to submit. But I bought so many of them. And same with these Nuts and Bolts. So as you can see, the corners are sharp. I'm not going to take it out. There's no whitening on the edges. So this is a real good looking Shaq. And I'm hoping it's going to be a 10. Now if it's a 9, that I'm just probably going to break even, or maybe make a, if I try to sell it, which I have not sold 1 card yet from my the PSA order I just got back. I'm finding it very difficult to sell, guys, and you got to keep that in mind. If you're trying to do this, to make money, it's a lot harder to sell than you think. So if it gets a PSA 9, it's going to probably be in the collection, and I consider that a win. Okay? Put it with the other foil cards. And the same thing with the Jordan, too. The Shredders. I looked at it. It looks like it's a PSA. I think it could be a PSA 10, even though there's a little ding in that corner down there. Actually, it might be a 9. But it's the best one I had of all these Jordans I bought. All right? Look at these. Let me see. Where are they at? Yeah, I had a bunch of them, but I don't know where they are. So that's the best one. That's what I'm doing. Submitting the best of the best. And hoping for the best. So put all the foil cards together. put the duplicates together. If you don't have duplicates, you can mix them up. It doesn't really matter. But see all those KGs, rookies, they're duplicates. You want to put them all together. And these are non-foil, but they're 90s inserts. I like to keep them together just for, look, when I'm looking at my PSA submission. I like to, you know, I don't like to have them all jumbled. So the duplicates together. There's a 92 Topps Archives Gold Shaq rookie card that I forgot I had. This is hoping for a 9 on this. Actually, it might be a 10. Yeah, that might. Ooh, I think that top right corner is why I didn't submit it the first time. That small little whitening round corner, that's all it takes for PSA to determine. Along with maybe a minor scratch or maybe some off-centering. But with the combination of that whitening and the maybe a little off-centered is all it takes for it to be a PSA 9. I definitely can't see this being a PSA 8 though. So you got to ask yourself, are you okay paying $12 for this card and it coming back a PSA 9? And if you say yeah, then say go ahead and submit it. And if it has a huge potential for a PSA 10, then obviously you're going to want to submit it. However, if the potential isn't that high, like this is the members only Shaq rookie, just a base card. It's probably going to be a 9, which I would be okay with. However, if it was a 10, I mean, the value would be there, but it wouldn't be as high as if it were, I don't know, like the Topps or Topps Gold. Definitely not as high as the Topps Gold. So some rookie cards, I mean, are worth sending, depending on the player. Obviously, it's a Shaq. I pulled this card, so I kind of want to submit it just for that fact. But I wouldn't be going online on eBay and buying these. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. If they're cheap enough. The market could easily take off on those cards. You never know. All right. I'm all over the place. Let's go with, okay, so the Shaq rookies and the 90s foil stuff. Kevin Garnett. Super excited about those. Stadium Club. Ooh, we got some more. Oh, yeah, we got some inserts, too. So, am I going to submit the KG Stadium Club, which I think is an awesome card, his rookie card. It's a full bleed photo. This is actually, ooh, that bottom right corner is dinged. This would be a 9. I can see this being a 9. Is it worth the $12 in a PSA 9 case? Yeah. What about this one? It's a full bleed. Some whitening at the top right. Ooh. If it's in the top loader, chances are I looked it over when I got it in the mail and I determined it wasn't a PSA candidate. But it's tough because, you know, in a matter of a couple months, the hobby can change so dramatically to where a PSA 9 is much more valuable, you know, months later than it was when you were, you know, doing your research, initial research. Or it could be much lower too. I mean, so this one's in a card saver and it looks good from first glance. So I guess I looked these over already. This Tower of Power Shaq, another one of my favorite sets, full foil. It's a later, so 1996 Fleer. There's also Dennis Rodman. These were only available in the cello pack or cello packs, whatever they're called. I think not retail or hobby. So it's another harder parallel to find and pull. I'm going to put that with the foil cards. So I'll do all that later. So just so you guys get an idea of how you organize them, all right? How I organize them. So I have 2 of the 97 Metal Universe Shaq cards. Out of like the 30 I bought, I found 2 that were PSA candidates. And these guys, these are probably going to be 9s. I'd be surprised if they're 10s. But you have to remember, PSA knows how difficult these cards are to grade. So I'm thinking maybe one could come back a 10. Because if you look at these cards real close, they look The corners are sharp. And there's no like softening on the corners. There's no whitening really on the edges. If I showed you some bad ones, which I got a bunch, I just gotta find them. I have a bunch of Allen Iverson ones too. Organization is key, guys, and that's something I do not excel at. That's for dang sure. Yeah. All right, I'm not sure where they are. I need to get organized. So I have some. If you guys know the Fleer metal, they're impossible to find in Gem Mint 10. So I'm just going to submit those and see what happens. I mean, $12 per card. It's a gamble. It's a risk, but I love the 97 Fleer metal design. I think it's cool. Keep both, or maybe sell one and keep one. And we already looked at those. So oh, here we go. This is the, I bought this 86 Fleer Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The seller had said there's an issue up here, and I looked at it, and I determined that's not that much of an issue. It's just a little bit of whitening. There's no crease or anything in this card. Here, I'll take it out. This card is nice looking. It's a nice looking Kareem 86 Fleer. Centering is decent. Maybe it's this right here. Right there. There's a little bit of a ding. So this could be a 7. It could be an 8. I don't know. I'd be okay with an 8. Back is off-centered. I'd be okay with an 8. I paid $20 for it, raw and ungraded. This will be my first 1986 Fleer basketball card I submit to PSA. So I'm doing it just for fun, and just to have a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar 86 Fleer PSA graded card. This is a team bag that I put it in, which it makes more sense to use these because they're smaller, but I use what I have, which is the graded card sleeves. So I got the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I got a John Stockton. I think I paid $20 for this, guys. Hoping for I don't know. An 8, I guess. I've been buying the PSA 8s. The centering is a little off on this one. The back looks decent, though. So it's probably going to be an 8 just because of the centering. Very tough to find centered. I got more of the, found 2 more of the 1992 Topps Archives Jordan cards. Debating on submitting these. I'm not sure why I didn't submit them in my other PSA order where I have 13 of them. So I don't know why they're not in card savers either. They're just loose. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know. I can't imagine them being damaged. I pulled these packed fresh, so why would I just throw them in there without a... So I'm definitely going to submit these, actually. I have 13 at PSA right now getting graded. Awesome 1992 Topps Archives. Jordan cards, I would put those with the Topps. Ooh, some 94 Emotion Intense inserts. Akeem, David Robinson, and Shaq. Beautiful looking cards. I've had those for a while. I've already submitted some to PSA. The Shaqs, I got quite a few there. So I'm going to submit those along in this next order. Net Assets, pick these up for dirt cheap. Awesome looking cards, die cuts. This will probably be a PSA 8, which I'm I'm okay with. Just get it graded and slabbed, authenticated. I got the Patrick Ewing and Kevin Garnett, which this might be a 7. There's some, these on the backs of these net asset cards, they're tough because it's so delicate. Like the die cut part, you can see there's, well, maybe not. You guys can't see it probably. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's just like chipping galore on the backs of these. But you know what? This could be an 8. Awesome card, awesome insert. One of my favorites. Net assets, die cut. You know, it's a net basketball hoop. You can see the basketball in the background. I think it'd be cool. I can't remember, guys. I can't remember all these inserts and what one's Jordan, what Jordan's in and what he's not. But is Jordan in this set? I don't know. I think it'd be awesome to complete the set. So I'm on my way to doing that, hopefully, maybe. These anticipations, guys. I have a couple of these Shaqs at PSA right now. I found 2 more that I had that I didn't submit the first time. Check these out, guys. These are awesome cards. Flair Anticipation. I think 1 in 48 packs, maybe 1 in 36. Decent looking cards. 1995. Anticipation. So I got the Hakeem and, ooh, the Shaq too is a bad one. The beveled emboss on those is awesome. And the colors are sweet. Like the Hakeem is definitely sweet. The green, the purple, and the light blue, and the red. And then the Shaq. Check this one out. Purple and orange. It's like, it looks like he's jumping through like up out of fire, but it's just the Photoshop effect, I guess. Sick looking Anticipation. The Jordans are definitely undervalued, I think, on this set. I'm pretty sure the Jordans are compared to his other inserts. So I'm thinking about picking up a Jordan. It'd be like a $300 card, but still, I think they're sweet inserts. 90s. I got some at PSA right now, the Shaqs. So I'm going to submit these 2 and look for more, I guess, online. A Shaq Topps Finest Uncommon. 97 refractor. I'm not sure how much I paid for this. Probably $20. It could be a 8, could be a 9. I kept the coating on it because the coating looked good. And on these cards that have coatings, you want to grade the coating. Let's see if the coating looks good or not. If the coating is all scratched up, like it was, you know, been sitting in a drawer its entire life, then remove the coating. But if it looks good and you know, not damaged, which this one looks pretty good. It's hard to tell. You just want to look for scratches, which I can't see any. So that means I think this card has spent the majority of its life in a penny sleeve and top loader. And I think they carry more value when they're PSA graded if they have the coating. Some guys like to remove the coating just to have that refractor shine, which I kind of do too. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to go back through all these cards. And when I'm entering them in the PSA website, the submission, and determine whether or not I want to keep the coating or not. Awesome cheap insert. It's going to look great in a PSA case. Flair Showcase. This is a row 3, so it's row 2, so it's more common. The lower the row, the more rare it is. This is a 97. Yeah, 97. So here's a sick looking Kevin Garnett I bought. I think I paid $17 for this. This is the row 1. It has awesome design. PSA 9. I was looking at this to determine, you know, how to grade it essentially. This one looks like a PSA 10. So I don't know. This one's sick. I like the 97 Flair Showcase. Row 1. I think the row 1 is the rarest. I don't know if there's a row 0 or not in that set. There's just so much data to compile when you're doing this. Like, I'm Googling all the time to double check and make sure these are as rare as I think they are. And pop reports too. Here's a Kevin Garnett row 1, 97. 96, I'm sorry. That's a 96, row 1. I got a couple of Michael Jordans at PSA Now getting graded, the Flair Showcase. Awesome cards. They're tough, guys, because these are the parallels. You got to look up the insert ratio, or the pull ratio, because a lot of them are more uncommon than you think, and they're just sitting on eBay for dirt cheap. These are more common. I think they're going up, especially the Kobe cards. The second-year Kobe, I think, is dirt cheap. I bought a couple, but they were dinged up. It's got some more Shaq rookies, Members' Choice, Members Only. Members' Choice has the like the gold fireworks down there. I'm not sure what to call it. So I think that's I think it's cool. These could be 10s, could be 9s. I definitely don't see them being 8s. I pulled them packed fresh. And then another base Stadium Club Shaq rookie. Guys, Shaq, I think market it's a lot of guys think, actually, they've been commenting that his market has been undervalued for too long. One of the top 10 players of all time, I think. Go watch some of his videos, his games when he was playing, man. He was a dominant player. Like his early years, even his middle years. Shaq has always been a dominant player. Big man. Not known for his three-point. He's a two-point shooter, but not a three-point shooter. He was a dunker, which James Harden would say it doesn't take talent to dunk. I mean, if you're Trae Young, it takes talent, because Trae Young can't dunk like Shaq, So you got to kind of figure that in. I like collecting the big man basketball players. I like collecting the small guys too, the guards. I've been looking more and more in John Stockton, Jason Kidd too. Like, collectors like to collect different things, and you got to keep that in mind when you're buying cards and looking at values and collectability. Like these Pete Rose. A lot of guys will like this a PSA 10 of this Pete Rose, and some guys will look at it and be like, "There's no value there." But if you look at the selling prices and the pop reports, I know this is baseball, but this is definitely, guys, this is a PSA candidate right here. The centering. If you guys are familiar with any baseball cards, this is a PSA candidate for sure. And it's Pete Rose. Whether he's going to be in the Hall of Fame is always going to be a debatable. I think after the baseball is going to do it. He's going to be like one of the guys who gets in after he passes away. All right, so I don't even know how many cards I have. Oh, we got some Ben Simmons too. So who knows what's going to happen with Ben Simmons? He looks healthy. He's been posting on Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and take a gamble and cement his select cards. So I got a bunch of his stuff. And guys, I thought his market was going to go down. I've been watching his auctions, trying to get, like dirt cheap stuff, because I was paying around 25 to 30 for Ben Simmons, okay? And I know a lot of guys are going to give me hate for Simmons cards, but you know what? I don't even care. Because I think there's potential there. And he's still young. They got a new coach, Doc Rivers. I don't know if Embiid and Simmons are going to have any chemistry. But his market has not gone down very much. And that makes me wonder, okay, is his hype still there? Because he had a lot of hype for a while, despite his non-shooting ability. His defense is pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. So I got a bunch of Ben Simmons. I'm going to look these over. And since this is 2016, it's going to qualify for $12 per card. Opposed to, a second-year Luka Doncic optic, which is what I was buying. And that's $15 a card now. So I'm going to hold off on those and start looking at 2016 and prior rookie cards. Chris Paul, I was looking into his stuff. He's definitely a Hall of Fame player. I don't have any of his cards. Russell Westbrook as well. James Harden. Stuff like that. So I'm switching up my strategy, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. How many of these Ben Simmons cards am I going to submit? Probably definitely all of the premier level I have, which is the 141, the second tier, the short prints. And maybe a couple of the concourse, which I don't think I have. Wow, I only have one premier level? Okay, well, maybe 5, 10, who knows. I mean, it's $12 per card. We'll see. I got to do my research and see if the PSA 9s are worth it. And these, the first year select, courtside. Karl Malone. It's the Prism. Sick looking card. I also have, you know what? There's all my Luca. Yeah, I don't know. I was organized before I started my video, but evidently there's a Giannis. Right here? Ah, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is another angle. All right. That I'm going to consider as well. Okay. So I got the Karl Malone. It was like a $7 card. I know there's not many Karl Malone fans out there. However, he's a Hall of Fame player. No rings. He's definitely up there in the stats. $7. What's it going to being a PSA case? I think this is more for a collection, my collection. This is LeBron James' second year courtside. I forget how much I paid for it. Yeah, it was not cheap. But that's going to be a PSA candidate, and it's, you know, it's $12 per card. It falls in that category. This Giannis courtside, 2016 courtside. The Steph Curry, 2014 die cut purple, serial number out of 99. Got this for super cheap, guys. This is definitely, in my opinion, a PSA candidate that's going to fetch a premium price when it's in those PSA, if it's in a PSA 10 case, obviously, but even a PSA 9 case. I could even sell it for, you know, raw and ungraded. The DeMar DeRozan I won at auction for cheap. This is a silver 2016 courtside. I got that for super dirt cheap. Some Kawhi Leonard, not really interested. Some Trae Young second year. That's not going to qualify because it's 2019. So what I'm going to do is organize my cards by the category, by the PSA prices. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to be doing monthly submissions of the $15 per card. I know it's not that big of a difference. However, when you're doing like 150 cards, that $3 difference really adds up. So I'm switching up my strategy, and I'm trying to capitalize on those $10. I've even bought some Pokemon cards, guys. I'm getting in the Pokemon because I know that the price is super low for PSA to grade, and the collectability and the popularity of Pokemon is going up, up, up. So if you guys have any interest in a Pokemon, go ahead and start researching now and looking at other, even Magic the Gathering. If you guys have any interest in Magic cards, there's a little bit of potential with Magic right now, and I think it's going to go up. It's just kind of collectors are Magic card players aren't really sports card collectors, so it's kind of, I don't know, Pokemon card players aren't either, so it's kind of a weird, who knows if it's going to pan out or not, but definitely Pokemon. So look at the James Harden, guys, 2014 die cut. This is a die cut. Look at how cool these are. Like, I think it's going to fetch. Now, I was buying these for dirt cheap when, you know, they were being overlooked. Serial number out of 199. It's $12 to have this graded. I think that's a good deal. I think that's a steal. And I think PSA prices are going to go up. They're going to continue to go up, like, incrementally every year. Or maybe every other year. It's just, you know, they're a business, guys. You got to remember, they're a business. So I'm trying to get these cards in Now, the courtside, first year, Anthony Davis, 2014 courtside. This is his 2012 rookie, third year card. First year courtside. And a bunch of James Harden. You guys saw me do a video on this. I think what I was doing, getting to courtside prism. Yeah, 2015 courtside prism. That's what they look like. They weren't like the base. They were checkerboard, not like this. Like the prism like that. These prisms were like the X-fractors, checkerboards, whatever you want to call them. Very cool, guys. Look for other players. 2015. So many players in the set in these years. All these courtsides. I think, I was buying for dirt cheap. Once I hit that PSA case. Ooh, there's a silver right there. This is 2016. Yeah, look at that, guys. In a PSA case. PSA 10 maybe. PSA 9. I don't really care. Even the new stuff. Well, can't submit those, actually. Those are 2018. Nope, that's 17. Still can't submit them, though. But these earlier stuffs I can. These earlier stuff I can. The orange parallel out of, 60. Dang. I wonder how much I paid for that. So I'm going to look through all these and determine. No Shea Gilgeous. I got a bunch of Shea SGA cards. I got a bunch of modern rookies. I wanted to submit some DeAndre Ayton. First year select. I got a bunch of these. Oh, here it is. The very first courtside prism. That's what they look like. So that's what got me started with the Karl Malone. I think don't even try looking up LeBron James because those cards are already through the roof. But these other players, potential. $7 I paid for this. I don't know. Is there value with Karl Malone? I definitely think there's value with James Harden. You can disagree or you can agree with me on that one. It's not going to make a difference. I'm still going to think that. Ooh, got some Tim Duncan first year select too. Is that a good? Would those be good in a PSA case? Tim Duncan, definitely undervalued. One of the, I think he's considered the best power forward of all time. Tim Duncan. On a lot of lists, guys. I mean, statistically, Tim Duncan he's undervalued, I think. Russell Westbrook is too. Who knows, though, if he's going to pick up. Look at that, first year select, Westbrook. Oklahoma City, Thunder. Should I submit those? Are they worth $12 in the PSA case? Dang, I got a Kevin Durant. First year? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is a blue tricolor, that's why. So, it's still a prism, but it's the blue tricolor. Yeah. Yeah, so Kevin Durant, first year. Dang, I wonder how much I paid for that. I didn't know I had it. That's a sick card, though. First year courtside. Yep. It's a courtside when it says it's in the 200 number. 200, when it's a 200 number, high series. Ooh. What is this one? 2015 Anthony Davis. Courtside. Prism. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to submit all these in the submission. What else we got? Anthony Davis. Prism. 2016. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to submit that one. So 2016, that meets the criteria. Ooh, a Chris Paul. Pink one. Check this out. So this is a courtside out of 15. Guys, I think a lot of people are sleeping on Chris Paul. Look at his stats. He doesn't have a ring yet, but man, he is. He's definitely underappreciated. So that pink 2016, perfect. Yeah, I'm going to submit this one for sure. LeBron James, first year select. That's what it looks like. So which one did I have? Oh, I don't know. Maybe a second year select. So that's LeBron James. I think I bought this on Propstein 1, 2, 3. He had it listed $99. Buy it now. The thing is, he didn't have a picture of the back. He had a picture of the front, not the back. And I was like, dang, that looks like a good front, you know? And I got it in the mail, and I saw this. Want, want. The back is like folding on the bottom. You see that? So I could have returned it. I was like, yo, it's damaged. But I think actually it was like $90. It was $90 out the door. I said for $90, it's probably going to be a PSA 8. I'll just keep it, whatever, you know. I don't want to deal with returning it. But this is first year LeBron James courtside, base, you know, non-prism. Definitely going to submit this. 2014. Yeah. It's the Team USA one. That's how you know it's the first year select. Courtside. Team USA. Cool. Some more James Harden. There's a 2013 Mike Trout. First year select. Might submit that one. Some more silvers. Ooh, another James Harden. And some Giannis. 2015 second year courtside. And 2016, perfect. Giannis courtside. So I got 4 of those. Yep. So I'm definitely going to submit those because they're courtside and they're Giannis. I still think he has many years in the NBA to play to win that ring or a couple. Who knows how long he's going to stay in the Bucks. He is hungry, though, guys. He's hungry. He wants to win. So I'm still on the Giannis train. Still looking for Giannis low-hanging fruit. And I did sell a tricolor, I think, for $500. I paid $75 for it, and I sold a tricolor during the playoffs for $500, second year. So these are definitely going to be in the order, the submission. Yeah, dude, these are awesome cards. Awesome, awesome cards. Along with the 90s stuff, this is going to be a fun return, you know? When I get these back, it's going to be awesome. Awesome, fun return. And there's a lot of cards that didn't make the cut, too. I got all these Jordans that they're probably going to be 8s. And I'm not, so how you know, so this right here, this huge white chip right there, that's definitely not a PSA 10 candidate. Or 9 for that matter. It's already down to an 8. So when you have cards like this, it's like, what do you do? When you're a PSA collector, I really can't go on eBay and try to sell them as a lot because people know. And guys have told me numerous times that, you know, they're not going to buy the raw card off me because they want to submit them to the PSA. So I'm just going to say, you know, a lot of Jordan cards near mint to mint condition and see what happens, I guess. I got a bunch of them that I'm not going to submit because I don't think there's much value in the PSA 8s. And then these two I pulled. These red ones from the 1995 SP. Actually, I might submit. Oh, yeah. I had the white chip. So these are 1 per box. Roughly. I was trying to get the silver. I pulled these. This could be a 9. And this could be an 8. But that white chip right there, that's not what you want on your cards, on your PSA candidates. You can see it better like that. You don't want that. And the backs, you can see they look decent. Oh, that one has a chip corner right there. You don't want that. See how this one has, ooh, a little bit of whitening, but not as bad. These SP cards are very sensitive. Out of all the cards I opened 2 boxes. I didn't submit any cards to PSA. I was looking for the Jason Kidd rookie cards. And they're just very, very, very difficult cards. These Superman Jordans didn't make the cut. You can see the bottom has chipping on the bottom right there. So, you know, it'll probably be a 9. And I just don't think it's worth it. A PSA 9. And I don't want to take the chance of it being an 8. I sent some other Skybox Jordans and they both came back 8. So it kind of disappointed me. All right. Let's see. I got some more Kevin Garnett rookies. Oh, I got a Scoring King Shaq. Hot packs. Here's the Pokemon one I got. The 2002 Expedition Reverse Hollow Blastoise. I paid $30 for this. Now, you can mix. So, let's see. I'll show you. You can mix sports and non-sports on this category. Okay. Let's see here. So if you go to submit now, or wait a minute. No on GMA. Yeah, a lot of guys ask me if GMA is worth it. No, it's not. It most definitely is not. It's worth it to buy them in the GMA case and submit in the PSA. But actually, you know what? Not really. I would much rather buy them raw and ungraded because GMA 10 is probably going to be a PSA 8. However, some GMA 10s could be a PSA 10, but it's not worth. I would rather just buy it. Here we go. So here we go. Let's get organized. All right, 1972 to 2016 sports and non-sports. So I don't think that means TCG, Pokemon. I think it means Star Wars, maybe? Because trading card game cards is down here at $10 per card. So I'm not going to do Pokemon in this order. I would rather just make my own $20 card minimum order on here for $10 because you'd be overpaying. But you can do sports and non-sports. You got to pay attention to what the card type is. So ultra modern cards, sports and non-sports, $15 per card. Max declared value is $199. You can go over that, guys. It doesn't have to be cut off at 200. PSA is lenient. They know that you don't know what their grade is going to be. They'll contact you if the card is like a PSA 10 and it's worth over $1,000. Then they'll contact you, email you, and upcharge you. But don't worry too much about it. The max declared value. All right, comments, guys. I'm going to answer some questions. There's no way PSA will go under. I agree with that. I don't know what. Yeah, someone said that they'll go under. I don't see why they would. I think they're only going to go up. Let's see. Main camera. 15 a card. Wow, we got 283 people in here. Dang, guys. It's rainy out. It's rainy today, and so I thought today would be a perfect day. I'd been meaning to get a PSA submission going, so today was a perfect day. Long term, there's value. Just sit on the long term. What are you guys talking about? GMA's trash. Yeah, don't send a GMA. I mean, just don't send a GMA. A lot of people ask the guy whose channel is called PSA Collector if GMA is worth it. It all depends on what your strategy is. Like if you're, I don't know many guys out there who collect GMA graded cards or anything other than PSA, SGC, or BGS. Those are the three companies that you want to stick with if you're going to buy cards graded or have your cards graded. And you can tell just how sloppy GMA is by looking at their graded cards and comparing them to like PSA 10s and BGS 10s. You know what I mean? I would pull it up right now, but I have so many cards. I gotta. So Yeah. It's raining in Kentucky, my neighbor's state. 8 months. The turnaround time is for PSA. They won't even tell you anymore what the turnaround time is. They used to list it, approximate turnaround time, but it's not even. You can't even. There's no. I think that they don't want to. Increase people's expectations. I don't know. But the turnaround time, yeah, it's bad. The way I see it is PSA is the Lamborghini of graded cards. And I was talking about this with my Patreons. I was in a live chat. So PSA is a Lamborghini, or it's like a Ford Raptor, or like a super rare car, like the most expensive. And you got to wait, and you got to pay if that's what you want. If you want the best of the best, you have to wait and you have to pay. All right? And that's what PSA is. And can you guys see Lamborghini, Ferrari being, losing their spot in the automobile? But, Tesla is not, I'm talking about luxury, and Bentley. I don't think so. I think PSA is like the Bentley, the Ferrari, the Lamborghini of graded cards. And, that means like GMA is probably like a Ford Taurus. That's the Ford Taurus. It's affordable, and you can get it pretty easily and fast. But if you want the best of the best, you got to wait. And that's why I'm doing monthly submissions. God almighty. Trying to anyway. Trying to keep it affordable. And I gotta man up and start selling these cards. I gotta list them today. They're just a pain to list, Yeah, I have a Patreon. I do live chats, and I'm going to be doing my low-hanging fruit videos on Patreon only, and then maybe releasing it to YouTube like a month later. So if you guys like my low-hanging fruits, go check out my Patreon.com or Patreon.com/PSA Collector, and I'm going to be coming out with a low-hanging fruit video probably sometime next week. But like I said, I'm going to keep it off YouTube for that way I can have more time to buy the cards up. You know what I mean? Is NBA Chronicle rookie going to hold any value? Ooh, I don't know, man. It's tough to say. It depends. Like, there's parallels. Go for the parallels first and pick the right player. Guys, the rookie cards, the new rookie cards, it's tough. Like, for me to have an opinion on, because the market goes up and it goes down on players just because of injuries and bad performances. So it's tough for me to have an opinion and kind of, tell somebody I think it's a good buy, especially with all the sets out there. Like, there's so many sets. I don't want to lead people in the wrong direction and then come back and be like, oh, PSA Collector told me to buy these and now they're worth nothing. Or he told me not to buy these and now they're worth like a lot of money. So I feel confident when I talk about Jordan cards and the 90s inserts and the Shaq rookies and the Kevin Garnett rookies. Kobe Bryant's or the baseball cards. I feel confident in that because those players and those cards have already, cemented themselves in the hobby and the history, and they're not going to lose value over, a period of time. They're only going to go up. But the new cards, the new rookies, man, that's a tough market to predict. Like, it's all up in the air. Nobody knows who could have predicted the Tyler Hero cards were going to be as big as they are now. Jimmy Butler, Miami Heat, it's like a lot of guys out there were. Now I'm going to give credit to a lot of you guys out there. Yes, you were asking about Tyler Hero, and I was like, I don't know. I'm not really collecting him or looking into him. Am I kicking myself or not? No, because I was, guessing on someone else or looking into someone else. You can't look into every single player and set. You just kind of got to go with what you like and what your gut feeling is with collecting. And don't try to predict the market. That's for me. I've been doing this for a while. For me, that's more stress than what it's worth. So I came to the conclusion I'm just going to collect what I want. And sometimes you buy cards and players that go up in value, and you're like, awesome, I got in early on, Luka. And sometimes you buy players and cards that go down in value, and you're like, oh well, at least I had fun collecting them, and hopefully they get better. And I'm glad I didn't go all in and spend a ton of money on that player. That's why I'm always buy low, sell high, and you collect what you want to collect and invest in what you want to invest in. If you're in it for like an investment, I'm in it for a long term, more of a collection, but with the long term investment mentality, if that makes sense. Okay. I'm a collector first, and the investment will follow. I do not consider sports card. I don't consider myself as a investor when it comes to sports cards. I'm just a sports card collector. You know what I mean? I collect sports cards, and they're going up in value. They're going up in popularity, which is a great time to be a sports card collector, a PSA collector. You know what I mean? And looking at what happened in the past, and looking at the hobby, from its entire life, instead of just like what's going on now, is going to be beneficial to you long term. And that's why I'm always telling you guys, go to the PSA card website, look at all the tools that they have, and you get an idea of what happened in the past, and it gives you like an idea of what could happen in the future. So don't obsess about the new stuff, the brand new products coming out, the what rookie card is going to be, 10x, 25x next season. Learn how to appreciate the hobby and appreciate where it came from and where it could go and where it's going. And I think that you can't go wrong doing that. And you're going to have fun and collecting and buying cards more than, trying to be like, I don't know, trying to beat the, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, just have fun with it, guys. You know what I mean? 3K profit off Hero. Yeah, who would have thunk it? Not me. But going back and looking at some of his hype videos, it makes sense. I'm like, dang, why wasn't I looking at Tyler Hero? I don't know. Was his cards always cheap, or were they competitive? Like the price is competitive. It makes sense. I'm buying my cards raw and ungraded to have them graded by PSA, and that's going to increase the value. It's also going to preserve them, and if they come back at 10, it's going to increase the value even more. So I'm looking. That's a long-term hold. I buy the cards I collect. I don't have any cards that I buy just to I don't know, sell really. Because that's like, if you look at my eBay, I don't have many cards up for sale. Like, I don't have a huge store. I'm trying to get there, but like I said, it's very tough for me to sell cards because all the cards I buy are the ones that I like and I want. And if they were all readily available online, I would have a lot more cards than I have now, raw and ungraded. But when I go do an eBay search, it's a lot for the certain cards, they're not available at the time. So I got to wait or go find other cards. But yeah, I mean, I do have the mindset of buying to submit to PSA and having making an investment. So a profit, essentially. Hero is white, so that's why you passed on him. Probably. He's a white guy. Tyler Hero's a long-term hold. I have no idea. Go look at all the other. A lot of the previous NBA players who have had like stellar. Jerry Stackhouse, he had a breakout year in like 1999 and 2000. Jerry Stackhouse was. There's so many players who were leading the league, you know, and then they just fell off. I like to look for players who have a consistent performance, all-star years, stats, in any sport, baseball, football, basketball. You know, I like to look for those, in my opinion, are going to be the best players to collect and invest in because they were the best. They were the best of the best, not the best for a season or two. You know, their career, they were consistent. And that's when, you know, players, when they get injured, it shoots that, you know, down. That's no longer an option. Penny Hardaway, he could have been. Grant Hill could have been. Grant Hill's a Hall of Fame player, but his career got cut short tremendously because of his injuries. There's so many players out there. Like if we were in that era, those years, and those players were taking off, and people were like, "Yeah, go all in on Stackhouse, go all in on Grant Hill," and then they get injured, or they I don't know, they get traded and they stop performing. And then what happens? You know, it's just hard to tell. You gotta remember that next season something can change, or tomorrow something can change. And what's that going to do to their stock, the stock of the card? So I like being conservative and being safe and collecting the players. I like watching when I was younger, and who I like watching now. I like watching Trae Young and Luka. But guys, that's going to be it. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you all enjoyed the live. I pretty much just rambled the entire time. I hope you guys had a good time in the chat. Kwame Brown, yeah, he was the first round draft pick, and he fell through. He fell through. Yeah, I wish I got in on Jimmy Butler, but I didn't. Jimmy Butler would have been a good. And what I thought about looking into him, but I mean, you can't go back. You can't go in the past. If I went in the past, if I had a time machine, and I know a lot of you guys out there say this to yourself when you look at the prices. If I had a time machine, man, oh man, what years? And you can go back to 1 year. What year would it be to buy sports cards? You know what I mean? What year would it be? And I think that's fun for me to think about a lot. Would it be like 2003 to get all the LeBron James cards? Man, you'd be a millionaire if you did, you know. Or even 86, you get all the Jordans. But I think there's more. You know what? 1997, get those PMGs. Just buy all the Fleer metal basketball boxes or football and baseball. I don't know how cheap they were back then, but if you had those PMG cards, those Jordans, or the Kobe's and the Shaqs, dang, that'd be a good year to go back to, 97. Yeah. Or the Patrick Mahomes, yeah, that'd be a 2016. It's like just like recently. It's not even into the past almost. But it's funny how not too long ago, we all had the option to be stacking up on Patrick Mahomes cards. Nobody was, and then all of a sudden his cards literally 1000x. And if you were, you probably a millionaire. Millionaires could be made on sports cards if you. But what's the odds of that happening? What are the chances of that happening? Hopefully those Kansas City Chief fans were stacking up on Patrick Mahomes cards, because if they didn't, man, I'd be really kicking myself if I was a Chiefs fan and I wasn't buying Mahomes cards. I'm a Vols fan, University of Tennessee, so I was buying Dobbs. I have a ton of Dobbs. If he turned out to be Mahomes, honestly, I probably would have $1 million worth of cards if they were all Patrick Mahomes. But they're not. They're Dobbs, and they're probably worth maybe 500. All right, guys. I was gonna back out a minute ago, but now I'm definitely gonna back out now. Fleer metal is sick. So check me out on Patreon.com. My low hanging fruit videos. I'm gonna be doing more videos on YouTube as well, more PSA orientated. I got to do a PSA max declared value video, how to submit the PSA new video. Once I get the submission done, I'm gonna do a video on how to submit and stuff like that. Probably gonna be doing more live streams as well. I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for hanging out with me. Like the video for me, all right? Give me a fan. Like my videos, because I noticed that I don't get many likes on my videos, and I'm not sure why. If you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down. It's better than doing nothing. You know, if you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. Don't just do nothing, because YouTube's going to think that, you know, I don't know, it's irrelevant content, which it might be. You guys let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time, all right? Y'all have a good weekend, and God bless.